Ness, you guys get an impressive 9-1 win over Grand Prairie tonight. Early on, it looked like it would be a battle of home runs. Espy hit a solo shot in the first. They come back with one, and there you are with a solo home run, your third of the year in the second. What did your approach going into that at bat, having seen Whitmore earlier this year? Did you remember anything from facing him, or was it kind of wait and see what he had today?
I mean, a little bit of both. Just being first bat of the game, you always kind of want to see a couple pitches, see what he's working with for that day. I knew he had a little cutter that he likes to use, which is the one that I ran into a little bit there. Tried to come in under the hand, was able to get some barrel on it and don't pick that out.
Later in the game, with the bases loaded, they intentionally walk patch it before you. Does a hitter, even though that's a strategy move on their part, do you take a little bit of offense to them being willing to face you with the bases loaded and want to prove them wrong?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to have a little chip on your shoulder when you do that. It's a situation that I've been in before, obviously, and it's you got to take pride right there and do your best to kind of make them pay for it.
You took a very close pitch on 3-2 to draw a walk with the bases loaded. As a guy who's behind the plate for most of the game, are you pretty confident in your understanding of the strike zone by that point late in the ball game?
Most of the time, yes. It's anytime you take a borderline pitch, you're never sure which way it's going to go. But it was a little bit outside, so I felt okay taking that one.
Turning around to the other side of the ball, it was your first time catching John Link. He had pitched to Brent Dean his first two times. He had his stuff tonight. He was very good with the breaking ball. Are you aware during an outing how well a pitcher is throwing, or is it kind of something you reflect on after the game?
Sometimes you get into a groove there and you don't really realize, how smooth sailing it is. But, early on we talked a little bit and found out that he didn't necessarily have the best command of his fastball tonight, which is why, you saw a heavy dose of sliders there. He's one of those guys that he knows what he can do, and he's able to execute the pitches when he needs to. So we kind of discussed early on that might throw a heavy dose of breaking balls because he was feeling good with it, and we just ran with it, and he did a good job with it.
All right, we appreciate the time, Ness. Before we let you go, anybody you want to say hi to back home?
Yep, always the fiance back home and my mom.
Laker tonight, a good night, following up a good outing from Omar Bencomo last night. You guys each strike out 9. You kind of lick your chops a little bit when you see the other team has a lineup with so many young guys just out of college?
No, not really, because they're the most dangerous hitters. You look at young guys, most of them don't have an approach or a plan. They just go up there and they swing at everything. They're tougher to set up. They usually don't see as many pitches, so usually don't strike a lot of them out. A lot of them are early contact guys. Tonight, I just didn't have much on my fastball tonight. Had really good secondary stuff, so that played into facing a rookie hitter a little better. Throwing a lot of breaking balls.
So then what you're saying is, were you a little bit more comfortable against guys who are good hitters career-wise in the middle of the order, like Chavez, Diaz, and those type of hitters?
Absolutely. You can set those guys up, and if you make quality pitches, those guys, they go up there, with an approach and with a plan. Victor Diaz is a professional hitter. Brian Myro, those guys are professional hitters. They've been doing it for a long time. They know what they want to hit, and when they get it, they usually don't miss. I'd rather face a guy like that, where at least I know if I execute my plan, I've got a chance of getting him out. Sometimes when you face rookie hitters, even though you execute your plan, you can't get them out because they don't let you get to what you're trying to do. Some of the older guys, the veteran hitters, they will let you get there. Then it's all about just executing pitches.
The last 6 innings tonight, I know starting pitchers never like to give the ball up. Your bullpen, though, has went 21 1/3 straight scoreless innings. No runs allowed in the last 6 games. How much confidence does that get you when you have a win on the line? It was a 1-run game when you left, when those guys are throwing up zeros on a nightly basis.
Anytime that you have a lockdown bullpen, it's as a starter, you never want to give up the ball to anybody, but if you have a lockdown bullpen, it's a little easier. I just trust those guys, and they helped us out tonight.
And definitely at the end, when the offense breaks through, they get 6 runs late in the game and then add 2 more. Definitely a good feeling that way. You can relax a little bit, know you've got your 3rd victory in hand.
Yeah, well, that's a team thing. That's good for the team. The offense comes around, puts some runs up late, takes a lot of pressure off. Some of the younger guys in the bullpen that might not get a lot of opportunity to pitch. So it's good for the team. Keep those bats hot. Hopefully going into tomorrow, and we can put up some big numbers early.